Hi everyone! In this video I'll show you how I embellished my gift boxes with the new CRICUT foil tool. So if you'd like to see how, keep watching. So here we are in the Design Space app, and this is the box with foiling that we're going to make. I just wanted to show you how it looks. I've shared other videos, older videos, about how to make your own boxes, but I will record some new ones because now we're going to be using the Design Space app. A few people have tried to do the foiling in their iOS app on mobile, like phones and iPads. You can't. Foiling can only be done on a Mac or on a PC. And I don't know if there's any future plan or if it's even possible for it to come to mobile apps. But as explained to me so far, it's like the knife blade. You need a PC or a Mac to use the foiling tool. So I've already cut out the base of this box. I didn't want the video to be too long, so I'm just going to hide it. And I made another lid. There we go. Trying to save time on the video. I don't want it to be too long. You might get bored. So we're going to replicate this. Maybe we'll use something else instead of happy birthday. But for now, we'll just set it aside so you can see how it's going to look. I already have my score lines attached. When you're adding the foiling, there's no reason to detach them or move them. You can leave them exactly where they are. So we're going to go to Images, and I'm going to search for a square. And then I'll go to Art Type and take Draw Only. And you can see some of the really cute projects that we could use. This one is adorable. So is this one. It's gorgeous with the flowers. Lots of ideas. So I'm going to go with this one. That's the one I used in my example. And here we go. You can see it comes in a lot smaller. And we want it to go over the sides. You might want it to be just on top, but I like it to go over the sides a little. I'm going to size it 6.5 by 6.5 for this box. It's about a 5-inch box. There we go. Select both together, align, and we'll center it. Now I'm going to take just that drawing design, go up to my line type, and change it to foil. I'm going to use medium, my medium tip, and my box is pink, so I think I'll use silver. I think that'll be pretty. I'm going to select all together, right click, and attach. I haven't added a sentiment yet, but I've got my design lined up exactly how I want it, so I'm going to attach it right away and go back and look for a sentiment. So we'll go back to Images. I'll erase that. And I'm still in Draw Only. And let's see, should we say Merry Christmas? And see if there's something we can use. Merry Christmas, something pretty. I like this one. Let's go with this and see how it fits. It's pretty big. We'll have to drag it down. I'm not sure I like this one. Oh, it might be cute if we stretch it out. Might be a little cuter. Let's see how that looks. Yes, that's cute. So I'm going to change it to foil. Go to my line type, change it from draw to foil. And again, I'll use medium. At this point, you can change it to any foiling tip you want. If you want to change tips in between while you're making it, or you can change it to right. You can change the color, whatever you prefer. I'm going to do mine completely silver, select all, align, and I'm going to center it again. That looks nice. We'll right click and attach. So I'll do another video where I use a combination of different colors and different tips. But this morning I was making decorative gift boxes, so I thought I'd ask if you wanted to see a video, and some of you did, so that's what we're doing now. So I'm going to hide this one because we only need one lid. We'll keep this one that we just made, and I'll click Make It. I'm doing this on my CRICUT Maker, but you can do it on any of the Explore series machines. It will work also. One little trick I did find for this one, it's going to score first, and then it's going to partially eject the mat and want you to add your foil, to tape down your foil onto your cardstock. You'll see that in the video. So I found on the layer that I'm going to foil after scoring, it's easier just to move it down on the mat so you have lots of room to work with when you're adding the foil. Of course, even if it was full size of the mat, it would still eject enough to do it, but I found that it's really easy. So I just move it down to the bottom and I move it in about 1/2 inch. And I found that's the easiest way to add the foil during the cut process. So we'll select Continue. I'm going to choose my maker. I'm using 100-pound cardstock, but I'm going to choose 80-pound cardstock. From experience using this maker, I found that I have really a lot of pressure, so I'm going to choose a little less pressure. With experience, I've torn some of my foil because my maker seems to have a lot of pressure, and it's tearing some of my foil, not always, but from time to time it will tear it. So I would even suggest when you get your foil, maybe try out a little piece and see how it goes. And if you do have any tearing, just decrease the pressure. Design Space is telling me that I will need to load my single scoring wheel. You can edit that and use the stylus if you like. And the next step will be to add the foil tool, and finally the fine point blade to cut out the cardstock. So you can see that I've already assembled the bottom of the box. As mentioned, I didn't want the video to be too long, so I assembled the bottom so we can do it quicker. Design Space has suggested I should insert my scoring wheel. You can also do this with the stylus just by editing the tool in your Design Space screen. So the first thing I'm going to do is score my cardstock. I find it really handy too that it scores first, because then you know exactly where to place your foil, unless you're placing, of course, a full 12 by 12 sheet. But I've cut down a piece of foil to 8 by 8, so I'm going to place it right in the center where I want it to foil. Okay, the scoring is done. So you can see it partially ejects the mat. You don't want to pull your mat all the way out. So I'm just going to get my foil. I'm doing silver. I'm going to lay it over the score lines to make sure I've placed it properly. I'm going to add my tape, of course, to make sure it doesn't move. So there we go. And now I'm going to insert my foiling tool with my medium tip. I'll take out the scoring wheel. And we're just going to press go. You might find at this point that your machine is moving a little slower, and that was done on purpose by CRICUT so that you're not tearing your foil. So for the foiling portion of your project, it moves a little slower than when it scores and it cuts. So Design Space is telling me it's time to remove my foil and replace my foiling tool. You can see that I tore my cardstock a little, but that's okay. It's going to be hidden inside, so we won't worry about that. I'm going to remove my foiling tool and add my fine point blade and press go again. And we're done. Okay, so let's remove this from the mat. I should be careful not to tear it because my mat is sticky. And this is hidden on the inside, so I'm not going to worry about it. But that's one thing you want to be careful of. I pressed my tape on very, very hard. So you want to maybe check your cardstock in advance or whatever you're working with to make sure that you're not damaging your material with the tape. This box has double sides on it to reinforce the sides. I should be using a bone folder or something to score the lines or to fold the score lines, but I didn't think of getting one out before I started the video, so I'll just press it with my fingers. That's okay too. It's very cute. Isn't it adorable? Okay, we'll fold our little tabs. Boxes are actually really easy to make in Design Space. So I'm just going to use this little glue here, a little tape runner, just to make this quickly instead of getting out all my glue and my big tape runner and for this video. We don't want you to get bored, so we don't want to make the video too long. There we go. And we'll just fold our tabs in first, line them up, fold down our extra layer. There we go, and we have our adorable little lid. Isn't that pretty? I hope you can see the foiling. I love it, it's gorgeous. So there we go. That's how easy it is to foil your gift boxes. So as mentioned, I'll do a new video so that you can see how to make different size boxes again. I do have an older one, but in an older Design Space. So I want to remake it in the new Design Space desktop app. And there we go. So I hope you're going to enjoy foiling your gift boxes. I think this is wonderful, especially for the holidays coming up. It's so nice to personalize them. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it will help you to make these boxes. Thank you for watching.